Good afternoon, I'm Luke Brown, and this is Motivational Monday. Forcing anything usually gets us to the wrong place faster. That's a quote by Warwick Schiller of The Principles of Training, or in that book, The Principles of Training. Let me say that again. Forcing anything usually gets us to the wrong place faster. The horse that's behind me, this is Red, and she's coming right along. She's a 14-year-old warm blood mare that came to me for training, for some trail training. We're still in the arena, still working on some stuff. She's pretty reactive and has a hard time settling down at first, but she settles in and then does pretty well. But she's coming along. She's learning to balance herself emotionally and physically. She was a former jumper horse. Anyway, back to the quote for today. I hope that this quote rings true to you. It certainly did to me as I was listening to that book, The Principles of Training by Warwick Schiller, and he was talking about forcing things. And if we're not patient with what we're asking our horses to do, we need patience and persistence and consistency with our horses. And we also need patience, persistence, and consistency with ourselves and our lives. Anything we're trying to achieve in life, we need to be patient and persistent and consistent at it. And that includes not trying to force things. You know, there's a lot of things I want to accomplish. There's a certain amount of money I want to make, certain amount of knowledge I want to gain, skill set I want to gain in the horsemanship world and in other areas in my life. And I often find myself trying to force the issue, and I get frustrated. I end up feeling really frustrated and not really accomplishing much when I try to force the issue. If we try to force it, it's like if you're trying to date somebody. You know, I used to date Stacy, my wife used to date, and if I ever tried to force the issue, if I was really into somebody and I tried to force it, it never went well. And when I just allowed it to come to me, well, with Stacy and I, it just came naturally. But you know, whether it's somebody you're dating, or you're trying to better your relationship with your spouse, or you're trying to better your relationship with your kids or with your horse, whatever it is, if you try to force that issue, if you try to force the relationship, it's just going to lead you to the wrong place faster. So let's learn to be patient and relax, work hard, but not have such high expectations for getting it done now. Have expectations for eventually getting it done, eventually accomplishing what we want, but not having expectations to getting it done now, because sometimes it just happens when it happens. We got to have expectations to work hard, but it's like with the horses. You know, I set myself up, I set the horses up to achieve certain exercises, the accomplishment of certain exercises, and the accomplishment of a certain way that they're going to behave and act out on the trail or in the arena. But I don't expect them to accomplish that right now. And if I did expect that, my horse is going to basically blow up on me. It's not going to go well. So if I force it, it gets me to the wrong place faster. I hope that helps for you today, and I hope you have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.